What's up guys, and welcome to another YuGiOh Duelist video. So currently I have been updating a lot regarding Duel Links as of late, and especially covering the new Arch 5 World trailer which I reacted to yesterday, along with the possibilities of new cards coming and what might come out in the new next main box on 20th of September, along with the fact that upon unlocking this new Arch 5 World, you will also be given some freebies from Konami themselves. That includes gems, playmats, skill chips, and also certain other features. But they are all shown on the YuGiOh Duel Links webpage itself on Twitter. If you can check it out yourself, it will all be listed there on what things you'll be receiving upon unlocking Arch 5 World. But anyway, that's enough talking about that. So progress. So here is my progress for the entire event. The damage counter got renewed today as when I got logged into Duel Links, so I managed to receive another card. And guess what card that was? Sorry about that technical difficulty. For some reason, Duel Links has been reacting like that to that has been acting up on my side for quite a long time, for quite a while as well. I'm not sure what's going on. But anyways, as I was saying, guess of all the cards here, the card that I got in that little pack is another copy of Photon Crusher. I mean, for real, what the heck? My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Henceforth, I do not understand why this would happen to me, but I can still guess on why it's actually just like that. I mean, it's quite randomizing, where it's not like I'll be 100% getting the cards I want since it's randomized, but regardless, that's fair in terms of randomizing the rewards you'll get, along with the fact that I actually completed this entire event. So as you can see, I finished up on the cumulative rewards, the gems, exclusive cards, along with the completion icon which is listed at the bottom right there. Over here, Great Duel, Giant Grinder, Meet and Greet of Nightmares completed. Since that's completed, there isn't actually much for me to do in this event aside from just getting this daily supporter victory bonus of getting a gem for free, along with the fact that cards that I keep spamming to get but I have failed to obtain. So I only have 2 copies of Game Puppet Scissor Arms. It's not bad, but I just want to have at least 3 copies of a certain card, just so that I can make my deck much more consistent. So if I want to go for a certain build, that way the availability of the card is there and I can just go along with it. Second of all, I managed to obtain about 6 copies of Twilight Joker, which is a pretty decent card. So if your Gimmick Point monster is destroyed, you can banish it, then special summon Twilight Joker from your hand. But in the combo with Destroy, you don't actually have to use the effect, but it's still fine anyway if you don't get Destroy. And I managed to get 10 copies of Gimmick Puppet Egghead. For some reason, I don't know why, it just keeps coming and they don't stop coming. Yep, and I'm spamming that because 10 copies of this and only 2 copies of Scissor Arms. That's just sad, man. That's just sad. Gear Changer on the other hand, 19 copies, 1 Prismatic, 3 Glossies, and 15 commons. Magnet Doll, 17 copies, along with Dark Crusader, 1 Prismatic copy. For some reason, I don't understand why, but it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Well, at least I managed to do my supporter bonus on a daily basis and also obtain the certain rewards as shown over there. And also the Duelist challenge quest I've also completed already, so there isn't actually anything left to do here. So if I remember correctly, the Duelist challenge quest is it listed here? Yeah, it's listed here. So the one that got unlocked about yesterday or the day before was Duelist challenge number 3. So let me show you how it's supposed to be done, and it's just as simple as that.
Duel!
So first of all, you are given Robot Monkey and Robot Leo. So you can normal summon either of them, because since they normal summon the other card from your hand anyways. So yes, activate the effect, bring this one out. Next up is this effect. Vanish off elephant to bring out the other elephant onto the field. Then this triggers Leo's effect. Bringing it out. Level change. So you better target a super defense robot monkey. That way it's better to leave something of a higher attack on the field. And next up you're gonna summon Googly Eyes Drum Dragon.
Play this! I build the overlay network!
And most of you know that Googly Eye Drum Dragon has the effect of detaching a material and gaining 1000 attack points. But there's a second effect that nobody actually cares about. But here's the thing, this is the key point of this entire Duelist challenge. If this card is destroyed while it has XC's materials, banish a super defense robot from your graveyard, special summon this card from your graveyard, and attach a super defense robot as a material. So here are the two scenarios. One, I can detach, getting it to 4000, getting it over Melzoa, and then attacking with super defense robot Leo. But once that happens, I only deal about 2200 damage. So it's better to use the second effect, which is a whole lot better, and to complete the entire Duelist challenge anyway. So right here, we special summon it out onto the field.
Watch this! I special summon a monster!
And then attach a material. Direct attack. 3000 points of damage, then 1200 points of damage.
I don't know how.
And that's Duelist challenge number 3 completed. Next is Duelist challenge number 4. This one is quite straightforward and quite simple if you're actually familiar with playing playing around Chthonian Soldier or maybe Heroic Challenger monsters. So the first thing is Chthonian Soldier has an effect when it is destroyed by an opponent card by battle. Deal the same battle damage that you took this turn. So here's the thing. We can just summon Elemental Solid Soldier. This brings out Stratos. Stratos effect, you add a hero monster from your deck to your hand. Add Bubble Man. Special summon Bubble Man.
Here goes! I special summon a monster!
Okay, so since we have the monsters on the field right now, let's go into XC summoning. And as usual, be careful on selecting what monsters you want as your XC's material. Because if you were to attack Chthonian Soldier with Stratos with 1800 attack points, then the damage dealt back to you is 500 as well, meaning you lose the game. On the other hand, Bubble Man has lack of attack points, therefore you can't get over Chthonian Soldier, meaning the best option is still Solid Soldier on the field. Now let's get into Excalibur.
I exceed summon a monster.
Okay, so Excalibur's effect. Once per turn, detach 2 materials, and this card becomes double its attack points until the end of the opponent's turn, which is perfect because this actually matches up with the damage dealt. And now let's go detach. But now the most important step: who do we attack first? So the first card you need to attack Chthonian Soldier with is none other than Solid Soldier. So it deals 100 points of damage to you. That's fine because you're still alive. Time to end it with Excalibur just like that, 4000 attack points, and selling off the entire duel just like that. Next up is the final challenge, and that challenge is none other than Duelist challenge number 5. So it's a Gaia deck, and it depends on how you can play with it. So let's go.
I get a
Alright, currently as you can see, your opponent is Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, and it's basically a monster on the field. Cannot be targeted or destroyed by opponent's card effects. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict double piercing damage to your opponent. And that's about it, along with Spirit Barrier. If you take no battle damage from your opponent or your opponent's monsters, as long as you control a monster on the field. So first things first, let's check out our deck. It's actually Curse of Dragonfire. So when this card is normal or special summon, target a field spell on the field and destroy it. Once per turn, fusion summon a monster from your extra deck with monsters you control as fusion materials. So let's just go with that. But before that, let's use a field spell to get Curse of Dragon into our hand first. Reveal. Okay. Special summon.
Come on out! I activate my monsters and watch this. I special summon.
Pop off field spell since it serves its purpose already. And now we have diffusion on the field, and this will be important for later on. So currently you can fusion summon into 2 cards. There are 2 options. One is Gaia the Magical Knight of Dragons, and the next one is Gaia the Dragon Champion. But I think the best option is to go for Sky Yelping Gaia Dragon Champion. You'll see why in a bit.
Watch this! I fusion summon a monster!
Okay. You can add Spiral Spear Shield Strike from your deck or your graveyard to your hand. This is fine, you can activate it or not, it's up to you. For me, I'm just going to get it back in the hand anyway. So let's just take it back in the hand. And this card is pretty much useless because you can't actually inflict battle damage. And I recommend you not to activate this turn, because the moment you actually do inflict damage later on, it won't actually do much, because you won't do damage with Dragon Champion, but you'll be doing damage with the fusion materials instead. So let's go on.
Wanna know how I treat? I love watching you.
Change the battle position of Chaos Max Dragon right on the dot. Diffusion.
Here's the card I set. I activate a quick play.
Let's bring out the
spell.
materials.
Come on out! I outplay this.
And as you can see, the materials itself are over 2,600 points of damage. So this is one thing you need to keep in mind as well. And that's just it. The duel challenge number 3, number 4, and number 5 all solved just within about a few minutes. Okay, next up, I would like to what else I wanted to show. Oh yeah, this event ends on the 27th of September, meaning on the 28th of September, when you get your get Arch 5 roll, you will get some new cards along with like a new access stuff as well. But now I'd like to show you the Gimmick Puppet deck I've actually constructed on my own, and I've yet to test it out yet. So far I'm playing 1 copy of Twilight Joker because I don't want to break with too many high level monsters on the field, along with Gimmick Puppet, Scissor Arms, 2 copies, 3 copies of Eggheads, 3 copies of Magna Doll, 2 copies of Destroy, and 1 copy of Gear Changer. You can actually play more level 4 monsters on the field because Gimmick Puppet, the skill Gimmick Puppet 4 or 8, this skill actually helps you turn all Gimmick Puppet monsters on the field into level 8s or level 4s depending on your options. So that means regardless of whatever Gimmick Puppet monsters I summon onto the field, I can literally go into any rank 8 right there. I can even go to Neo Galaxy Ice Photon Dragon if I want to. And Jump Puppet is actually a good combo with your Gimmick Puppet Scissor Arm as well, since you're gonna be sending cards from your deck to your graveyard. Henceforth, when you do this, you can actually just bring out Twilight Joker or Magna Doll depending on what kind of deck you're actually running or what opening hand is. I'm also running Super Team Body Force Unite because sometimes there are situations where you actually run when you mill monsters and then you don't have enough attack points to go over or something, so at least you can special summon monsters back onto the field. And also, if you do not have any other monsters, this is actually a good defensive card to bring out more monsters the moment you do, since they are all machine type monsters anyway. I play Power of Guardians because this provides a better form of protection, and it also powers up Googly Eyes Drum Dragon up to 5,000, 6,000 attack points depending on how many you draw, along with battle and spell trap protection against Googly Eyes Dragon. But even if your Power Guardians were to be destroyed, you can still use Googly Eye Dragon's effect to bring him back out and attach another material to it. So it's quite a win-win, to be honest, and you do not have to worry about it. Another card I would put is also Wall of Disruption, because sometimes if you do not have any decent opening hands and you have Destroy or maybe any other level 4s that do not have enough attack points, at least Wall of Disruption stalls the game just a bit so that you can actually go through in the next turn. Neo Galaxy X Photon Dragon is accessible because you can use the skill to turn all monsters into level 8s. Henceforth, you get the 4500 attack points beater on the field, and you can also use the effect of detaching the materials and gaining 500 attack points based on how many materials your opponent exceeds monster have. So this is very good. I recommend those of you who play high level monsters deck to put this in. I consider putting this in a Blue Eyes deck, but I'm not sure how this is gonna run. Or by the time I do bring it out, when I actually fusion summon already. Anyways, that's about it. Along with number 40, giving a bit of strings, it is our main beater of the deck if we do not have Googly Eyes Dragon. And not to mention, if I do lose Googly Eyes Dragon, at least I have Game Power Strings as a form of backup, and it has the effect of detaching a material and putting string counters on every other monsters on the field. So during the end of your opponent's next turn, all of them will be destroyed, and will be dealing 250 burn damage based on each monster with a string counter on it. It's a free burn damage effect, and it also makes your opponent say, "I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm gonna exceed or synchro my monsters away." That way, they will get rid of that monster on the field, or they'll get burned down at 250. But 250 is quite small. But depending on how many monsters to get that counter, you should be careful. Next up is number 68. It's near to 69. Centerfold the Sky Prison. I use this card because this is decent in a way that the more monsters you destroy, the higher it powers up. Since it gains 100 attack points like Chaos Necromancer in a way, you can detach a material from this card until your opponent's next turn. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, neither players can special summon monsters from the graveyards. So this card is actually quite good against the Gimmick Puppet Great Duel Boss Challenge that's going on right now. They can't special summon from the graveyard, and they cannot special summon. They cannot be destroyed by card effects. This way you'll have a higher protection. Not to mention it gains 100 for each card in the graveyard. So detaching materials means it gets another 100 attack points damage. Anyway, that's it for my Gimmick Puppet deck. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and tell me in what way have you tried building up a Gimmick Puppet deck. I like this deck, but the cards like Junk Puppet, I was actually hoping to get at least two to three copies so I can actually do more special summoning, because it's just like Go Keys where you can special summon monsters from the graveyard. Just because you have Scissor Arms to mill them to the graveyard anyway, so you can create a second hand in the graveyard. That way you can special summon monsters back onto the field. And also Super Team Body Force is a pretty good option as well if you don't have Junk Puppet, but you gotta wait for one turn before you can activate it anyway. So that is the downside to it. Anyways, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it and finding this video very informative, and also helps you in a way to understand how to finish the Duelist challenges, as well as some key points you need to watch out for. And also I hope you finish up on this Quattro event as well, since this event is basically just a freebie to give you more gems until the next main box comes on the 28th of September, when Arch5 World is finally unlocked. And then I will post a video of it, actually kind of watch what kind of cards there'll be inside Arch5 World. Other than that, the main box coming up will definitely have Super Heavy Samurai, Melodious, Odd Eye Support, Performer Pal, Abyss Actors, and also Performer Pal monsters, and that's about it. So basically all the cards that you see that's ever been used by the main character. But until then, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time in the next video. So goodbye for now.